So, in terms of the way you acclimated here in San Diego as a 13-year-old, I'm assuming, eighth grade or whatever, um, how was that? Because you're coming into a completely different environment with a completely different world, personal world. And I'm asking this because very often we don't know what's happening with people. We have no idea, but they're going through the steps that we are in as we're living our lives. So, what was that like for you?
You know, and when you say you don't know what a person is going through, a lot of what I was going through when I was 13 is I didn't know what I was going through.
Yeah.
Um, I, one of the things that I think about a lot is that after when my mom died, I never cried. I never really even thought about it. I kind of just moved on with my life. I realized later on what that was. It was me just basically shutting that, right.
Surviving. Yeah.
Yeah, cutting that out and just moving on. So I was dealing with that, and I think there was that, of course, dealing, my brother and our relationship and trying to figure that out, as he's having his own life. I think so going back to what I said about, kindergarten and junior high, the way I ended up dealing with everything was I became, I was always popular. People always liked me. So I tell a lot of times I tell people that like racism for me wasn't really it probably wasn't as bad because everyone always liked me. And they liked me because, I won talent shows. I was one of the best dancers at the school. I was one of the best athletes at the school, in everything that I did. So it's like I was always liked by everyone because of all these different things that I think, and I think this was my way of fitting in, right? I think developed this thing of going, okay, how do I fit in? Well, I'm going to fit in by, entertaining people. I'm going to fit in by being the best athlete. That's how I'm going to fit in. And that was kind of my life all the way, even in high school. So I was really good at football. So that kind of was a thing for me. Obviously, playing on a football team, I ran track, I did all these different things. So that made everything easier, right? That made my transition into things easier, which fortunately for me, because I don't know how I would have dealt with it otherwise.